was a toothbrush on the sink. One toothbrush, ordinary as anything, and when I saw it, something in me unclenched. It felt like the smallest proof that coming home was still possible.
Right. I remember that moment too. It sounds ridiculous, but I get how huge it felt. How did we let it get to the fight before that toothbrush mattered so much?
It wasn't a peace offering at first. It was survival. The night before had been the worst. Words like doors slamming, silence that left me hollow. I stood at the sink with my hands under the tap, letting the water run because I didn't know what else to do. I almost walked out the door.
Wait.
But I didn't. Not then. Not because of a speech or a promise, because the muscle memory of our life was in that motion, brushing our teeth side by side, stupid routines that suddenly felt like home. That tiny, mundane thing anchored me enough to stay and see what came next.
I get that. I wanted to come in and fix everything with words, but I didn't have the right words. So I did the only thing I could think of that felt honest in the moment. I left my toothbrush out. It was a quiet promise. I'm here. I'm not leaving.
When I saw it, I didn't ask for an explanation. I needed evidence more than talk. Evidence that he still wanted the same small life I did. Evidence beats promises when you're raw, when your chest is tight, and you can't trust a speech.
Exactly.
We learned to translate apology into habit. A note on the fridge that said I made coffee, even when it was obvious. A playlist we both added to. A rule, 2 minutes before bed. Just honest check-in. No fixing, no defending. Just 2 minutes. Those things felt small, until they weren't.
And I want to be real here. At first, doing those things felt performative to me. I worried they would look like tidy gestures that covered over the real work. Did you ever feel that way? That maybe rituals were an easy out?
Yes, I felt that. For a while, I watched and waited, measuring whether those tiny acts matched actual answers when I asked for them. Rituals without accountability are like pretty bandages. They might look comforting, but they don't heal the wound underneath. We needed both.
That's important to name. I kept doing the toothbrush, the playlist, the note, even when it felt unseen, because I was trying to build a pattern. But we were also in therapy, having hard conversations, setting boundaries. Rituals were scaffolding, not the structure itself.
Right. Without the hard work, the rituals would have been empty. But because they were paired with real answers, the small acts turned into proof over time. They built a bank of tiny deposits I could withdraw from when doubt crept back in. That's how trust became possible again.
Tell me about the toothbrush moment that actually shifted you. Which one was the real turn?
Months after the fight, I found a tiny note behind the cereal box. 2 minutes before bed, Jay. It was ridiculous and perfect. 2 minutes, just enough to check in and not be terrified. We sat and told each other one real thing that happened that day. No defenses, no lectures. That rule saved us more times than I can count.
That 2-minute rule helped me too. It forced me to be present in small doses, so I could actually learn how to be present again. Small practice, big return.
If you're listening and the idea of repairing feels huge, start smaller than you think. 2 minutes, one note, one predictable habit. Keep it repeatable. Keep it boring. The boring things are what teach your nervous system to relax around someone again.
Let me say 4 things plainly, because when you are in the middle of this, you need clear, usable steps. First, pick small acts that actually matter to both of you, not gestures you think look good, but things that feel like home. Second, pair those acts with accountability, therapy, direct answers, boundaries.
Third, prioritize repetition over drama. Fourth, treat each other like a team working on the same problem, not opponents.
If you're deciding whether to stay, hear me directly. You are allowed to demand actions, not just apologies. You're allowed to set timelines. You're allowed to say, show me with your life. If the work doesn't show up, that's information you deserve. And if you're the one trying to repair, here is what I wish someone told me. Humility is an action. Do the small things without counting points. Keep doing them, even when it looks like nothing changes.
To the person listening who feels like giving up, I hear you. This is heavy, and it's okay to ask for help. Talk to a therapist, call a friend, find a community. Rituals will help, but they are not a replacement for support. We needed others to help us stay honest and safe.
Quick, important reminder. We are not therapists. We're two men who lived this and are passing along what worked for us. If anything we say brings up strong feelings, please consider reaching out to a professional or a trusted support. Safety first, always. Rituals are tools, not substitutes for safety or professional care.
If this landed on a tender spot for you, tell us one small ritual that helped. DM us, leave a comment, or just write, I hear you, so we know you're here. Share this with someone who needs to know that tiny things can make a difference. And hit subscribe so you don't miss the next story. We read your messages, and they mean a lot to us.
Thank you for sitting with us. If the toothbrush gives you one permission today, let repair be ordinary. Let the tiny, repeated acts speak louder than the fear. You're not alone. I believe in you. We keep choosing each other. We keep doing the boring things. That's the truth of it.
I hear you. You're not alone. This is SNJ Pride. We'll see you next time. Take a breath.